Hello, your Emperor here to bring you to a live stream again. Decided to just do one today because I felt like it. So, how is the chat doing? May have guests. Waiting to see. But anyway, what's everyone been up to? Um, let's see what's going on with me. Well, not much. Not much really has gone on with me. Hmm. One moment, checking with the people that I sent a leak to. Okay, hello to people watching. Well, just checked with the one person that I asked. So, yeah. Ellie said she'd join in a bit, so she should be here. Till then, we have to figure out how to entertain ourselves. You know how much I like doing that. Let's see. Speak your speech, man. What's up? Not much. Just been doing this and that. The same old that I usually do. My life isn't usually that exciting. Speak your speech, boy. Well, that was a fun episode of the Kumite the other day. Well, oozing charisma here. Can be. It's just that when I'm on my own, I don't always have the best way of entertaining people. Hmm. Currently waiting for one of the people to jump in so I at least have someone to bounce off of. Well, do we have someone here?
Hello.
Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Trying to go on without anyone in here, which doesn't usually work well.
What do you want to talk about? You don't know.
I'll usually pre-plan these things.
uh,
So
you're just gonna wing it. So what do you
that's
feel?
usually
I was doing I was looking at the March for Our Lives thing earlier today, and I think Monkey had some tweet out about it, and I was like, I just wish that there was a crossover where the pro-life movement missed the memo and was just like, oh, this is the life march, and they showed up and there was like a whole like street brawl. That was my
bunch
ultimate
of
vision for the future.
Well, here's the thing, the people who are pro-life are more likely going to be conservatives, meaning they're more likely going to be willing to use guns, so it might end pretty fast.
I guess you never
Or am I
know.
or am I overthinking that?
Nah, I think
We managed to get her back, given she's been busy with family and whatever else she comes up with for the last couple of weeks.
lots of busyness.
Hmm.
Sundays aren't usually that busy. Usually Saturdays are busy, but I put the children to bed, so I don't have to
And
worry
you
about.
said you'd probably be off that when by 8:30. You said, I think.
Yeah, 8:30.
Hmm.
By 8:30, I had them little ones in bed, and then I had to wash the dishes because we made a mess. That
Well,
way, that way, when their parents come home, they're not like, "What the?"
yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Like, what were you doing? We were doing lots of fun stuff. Have fun cleaning up after us.
Could have just been like that, just walked out and.
Yeah,
But,
no, it's cool. We played basketball, and then they put stickers on my head.
of course. And then you got
Yeah.
crucified, right?
Yes, and then I got crucified.
So, I had something on my head, and oh yeah, the other person that I sent a link to was Chambers of My Heart, or I think I said that
Ugh.
right.
Okay.
Could be fun. I'm down to talk to almost anyone.
What?
Down to talk to almost anyone.
You're down for almost anyone to show up.
Yeah, there are a few people that entered the sort of I'm not interested territory, but that's a different sort of thing. But anyways, so what's that? So, other than the pro-life thing, anything else interesting happened that you know about?
Mm, nothing here on my end, I don't think. Just, yeah, normal,
Hmm.
everyday Twitter stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most interesting thing that I've been up to is in the last few weeks is I did a stream with Tonka Saw.
Yeah, that was cool. Tonka's a cool guy. I like him a
Yeah.
lot.
Says
He
I
cracks
might
me up.
be imitate
He says what?
sometime. It might get on the Kumite at some point.
You're roboting.
Why?
All I can hear is Kumite like 6 times. I have no idea what you're talking about. He said you might go on the Kumite.
Yes, am I clear now?
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, well, in that stream, we had this one guy who was really good at trolling, and I thought he was actually serious with the things he was saying. So I invite him on, and then it just starts a chat with various things, and ends up with me pointing out that somehow we got to the point of talking about sex and pointing out that I haven't had any. So it's going to be some sort of kumite of love, he says.
Ah. Well, there you go. He should do a dating show.
Well, he's done a cooking show. He's done various other things. It wouldn't be out
Tonka,
of the realm.
Tonka Saw's Ring of Love. He can
That's
put
actually
people in the
probably
octagon. It'd be kind of cool.
yeah.
Are you or are you not cheating on whoever happens to be? I mean, that's what he
True.
is. He's kind of the daytime TV of YouTube, but
Yeah,
I think
he's
it's
doing
cool.
a radio show, is how he puts it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I
Yeah,
mean, I'd watch it.
yeah. I
Look,
tend to
there's
get
obviously nothing wrong with daytime TV. Everybody's like, oh, it's just filth and it's trash, but everybody watches it, so they can all calm down with the.
especially when one of the people who says that goes on to Dr. Phil.
Oh my god, yeah, that was kind of funny. Well, Dr. Phil's our real doctor. I mean, he's not licensed anymore because of reasons, but
Also, here's a question. If you were an actual doctor, would he be allowed to even do those commercial things? Like, we're going to continue with this discussion after the commercial break.
yeah, he can. I mean, yes, because of waivers and stuff. But the fact is, and he is a doctor, he's a PhD, but his license to practice is revoked. That's why Dr. Phil doesn't fix anybody. He like brings on all these other people.
I think that like most of the people he brings on tend to be people who are either easy to fix or already in the process of fixing
Oh
themselves.
no. I mean, did you not see Sexy Vegan?
I don't watch Dr. Phil, but like the few I've seen,
I'm
that's
gonna
the vibe.
I'm gonna send you a link to
I'm,
Tro's Sexy Vegan Dr. Phil episode. Actually, any of Tro's Dr. Phil episodes you can watch. He is hilarious. But yeah, you might want to reevaluate your position after seeing the Sexy Vegan. He has his own YouTube channel too, and he does music. And he talked about how he doesn't wipe his behind. He doesn't use toilet paper or soap. So he just
okay. Well, what I mean
reaches
by
in there and cleans it out.
like it's not this like necessarily as severe as what other therapists deal with when I say that.
Mm, I think it
How
depends.
do you, well, that
I
I
think
guess
it's
that
just
depends what you define it
I mean, it's just a bunch
to.
of random people that
Yeah.
you know.
But still, it's kind of weird to like go on and criticize Tonka for running a daytime drama thing and then go on one yourself.
Well, I can't remember. Is that
Dr. Phil is the one who went on there, but
no? Wasn't it Destiny? Who was the one that wanted to be on Dr. Phil?
I don't know, but I do know that it is Jeff Holiday who went on.
Jeff Holiday went on Dr. Phil.
Yes.
What? How did I miss this?
I don't know. Wait, there was another one?
I don't know. It wasn't somebody else like trying to be on Dr. Phil or something, or maybe that was JF was trying to be on Dr. Phil with his ex-wife or something. I don't know. They're all crazy.
I've been keeping my nose out of the JF stuff because I don't understand any of it.
It's because he's
And I
French,
don't care
isn't it?
to and I don't care to understand, just going to make that perfectly clear.
I don't really know.
Hmm.
I mean, I have my personal opinion, but
Well, I don't know enough about JF. I don't care enough about JF to say anything.
I mean, after I read the court documents, I was just kind of like, oh, he's weird.
Not as
But then I'm sure he'll
not
come on in his little friend. I'm not weird. That's how we do it. Oh, okay, cool. I still think you're weird. I mean, just because you're of a different culture doesn't mean your culture is correct, or that I can't think it's weird.
It's French.
Yeah, they're very
But
strange.
Yes. Let's see what else.
To be fair, I did feel that they switched the money that they make pretty much everywhere except the United States. And now it's made out of what is it called? Polymer, like a plastic
Hmm.
polymer kind of. And it's very slippery,
Uh,
and it could slip out. Like I feel like I would lose it.
I guess it'd be easy to make that money rain.
Hmm. Go flying.
Yeah. Okay. One of the recent things that happened on the Kumite is Andy Worski often goes on there.
Yeah. I also think he's weird.
Well, yes. Well, obviously, because he admitted he had 65 gigs of VR porn on a um flash drive type thing.
Well, who doesn't?
That
But I
he,
mean,
yeah,
I
and
think that
apparently he plugged it into his PS4 to watch.
jeez.
Uh,
The thing
but
that
the
kind of bothers me a little bit about Andy Worski, and I get that this is a feels thing and this is a woman thing, and people can
yeah,
choose to criticize that as much as they want. But
yeah,
if a guy pulled off a condom in the middle of having sex with me, I would probably go get the nearest pair of scissors and remove said appendage. I'd be
ah,
pissed. Like, that is not okay.
but
The fact that he thinks it's okay to joke about it and then call this woman a hoe and then talk about how, oh no, and then I was worried I'd get STDs. No, you weren't. That's why you pulled the condom off. Shut the fuck up. She probably got something from you, you nasty ass freak. Like, I'm sorry. That
yeah,
to me is a line. Like, no thanks. Go
well,
watch your
yeah,
porn.
but that
Don't
doesn't.
ever fuck anybody again because you're just a nasty person. Like, that's a horrible thing to do to someone. There's so many consequences that could happen. Like, you don't know what her status. If she asks you to wear a condom, that's where it is. You wear a condom or you don't have sex
Yeah,
with her. If the condom's
I
too tight,
honestly don't.
well, I don't buy that for a second. That guy's got a little like baby carrot dick.
I don't know, and I'm not saying anything about his penis size.
I will.
But
I think that's just
the
messed up.
way I
Like, you
understand,
don't joke about something like that. Like, and especially like afterwards, you're all like
I
cavalier and like joking about it. Like, come on,
yeah.
grow up.
But from at the same time, though, it seems like people are making it a bigger deal than it needs to
Oh
be
no,
too.
oh no, it's a huge deal. Like,
Well, if like people, it sound like this and stuff, and I can gather it doesn't sound like the lady said so.
I mean, like I said, as somebody who has
Yeah,
like
I get
lived
that.
through things like that happening, it's a huge like you don't know like what happens if, oh, well, I pulled out. Well, just because you pulled out doesn't mean that she can't get pregnant.
Hmm.
Like you didn't think about that. And that's something that he would then probably run out on because he's not a man, because obviously. So he would
Hmm.
go run out, right? Oh no, I got this
Yeah.
hoe pregnant. Run out, like, and then she's stuck trying to make a decision as to what to do. Like it's a huge deal. The implications of that are huge. Like, you should never ever do something to your partner without their consent. That's not okay. It's the same thing as putting your
No.
hands on somebody. You don't touch someone without their consent. You don't go up to somebody and slap them. You don't go up to somebody and punch them. If you do, whatever happens to you after that is fair game. If you get murdered,
Yeah.
that's what happens. Like, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
That's
Don't touch somebody or do something to someone that they don't want done to them. That's not okay. That's assault. And
well. Yeah.
well,
I'm
actually,
not
it's
saying I.
battery.
Well,
But that's as far as I'm concerned. The fact that like
yeah.
the fact that he thought it was funny, and like multiple people on that segment when he said that were like, they were like very
Yeah.
off put, it seemed. And the fact that he's
Yeah.
like now still trying to defend it, it's like, dude, just admit you were wrong. Like, it's fine. obviously she didn't want to do anything. She didn't want to prosecute, whatever. If that was me in bed, you and I'd be having a different conversation. You'd probably be on a respirator. But, you know, just different strokes for different folks. Like, but as far as that's concerned, like, just admit you're wrong. Just be like, look, I was immature. I was young. I still have a lot to learn. That was a shitty thing that I did. But like you double down and you're like, I'm going to defend myself. It just slipped off by accident. Well, if it slipped off by accident, your penis has nerves. It feels. So you would just go and you'd be like, hey, this happened. Like you should always keep your partner aware of what's going on. That's completely ridiculous. It's, to me, the same thing as putting your hands on someone in a bar, right? Like, if you're in a bar and whatever's going on is going on, somebody gets mad at you and starts talking to you. If you put your hands on that person, whatever happens to you happens. You lose that arm, don't touch someone.
Yeah.
You know, if you're the person who's the aggressor and you go out to somebody and you're being aggressive, bad things happen to you, well, whoops, don't touch someone. You can't do anything to anybody without their consent. And then certainly don't turn around and like make it a big joke. Like, come on. He should be old enough. He's my age. You should be old enough to realize and know that what you did was shitty. You don't bring it up in conversation and like, oh yeah, this one time I was fucking a hoe. Like, okay. I mean, it doesn't really speak volumes about your character either, because you're the one who made a conscious effort to get in bed with someone. But something that says to me is like, if she was actually a hoe, she probably wouldn't have asked for. Yeah, but if she was actually a hoe, she probably wouldn't have asked for a condom and probably wouldn't have dated you for 3 months afterwards.
Yeah,
just saying.
But
so that's a shitty thing to even say about somebody who you wronged, and then you're like, they're a piece of shit. Like, okay. It just doesn't speak well about his character. I mean, like, as far as I'm concerned. What?
From what I can remember, it's both drunk, so their reasoning, it's not that I'm saying it's okay, it's just that that's one factor of the thing.
Yeah. I can't excuse that.
No, you don't have to.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, he can hate me as much as he wants, or anybody can hate me as much as they want for saying it. But like, I've been there, and emotionally it sucks. It's not okay. Because like, once you find that out as a girl, you're then going like, oh my God, like what could happen to me? Like what could happen to me? Like buying the morning after pill, and you're like, I mean, even when it breaks, you're like, oh shit, like I have to wait a couple months and then go to the doctor and get an STD test. Like there's a lot of things that could happen to you as a woman that might not necessarily happen to a man, because first of all, there's more likelihood for a woman to contract an STD. And the reason for that is because of micro tears in the vagina when you're having sex, as opposed to the penis, which doesn't necessarily tear, but like it depends on, the penis size, the vagina size, what's going on, how much friction, how much lubrication, blah, 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 blah. But it is more likely for a female to end up contracting something. So, I mean, like, as a girl, there's, like, a lot of things that you have to think about. And there's a lot of, like, personally, as a person who has trust issues, like I said, he'd probably be on a respirator. Like, I just wouldn't put up with it. Yeah. But, being young, I might. But at the same time, like, if I then turn around and here's this guy with, X amount of subscribers talking on YouTube about, like, how much of a hoe I am, like, imagine how somebody else would feel. You're like, okay. But, like, you were the drunk asshole who made the decision to sleep with someone who you felt was, a dirty person, right? And then you were drunk enough that you thought that the best idea to be with this quote-unquote dirty person, like this hoe, this slut that sleeps with everyone, it's to pull the condom off. Like, so what does that say about your lifestyle? Garbage. It says you're a piece of garbage.
He was like, I think he described various
You're roboting again.
Oh, good grief. Do I sound any better now?
Yeah, a little bit.
What I was saying is, was he driving the same girls? I don't strongly remember that part because I don't recall him calling her a hoe.
No, he definitely called her a hoe. Because I only watched the clip and I watched it on it was like a news article. I didn't watch the entire like segment, but like at the end he's like, well, she was a hoe anyway, and I was like, that's not an excuse. Like, I mean, okay. I mean, I'm sure that lots of people who I've dated at some point have then turned around and been like, oh, she's crazy. Oh, she's a hoe. Like, it
No, they
doesn't
usually
make
do
a
it during your.
difference. You still have to respect somebody's body.
How did we get to this over when I was talking about the fact that he apparently had 65 gigabytes of VR porn on his USB?
Just because I'm salty, because I think he's gross.
Hmm. Well, apparently he spent after he pointed this out, Mr. Medicare came on to laugh at him over that part. And then they apparently he also took breaks from the Kumite just to go masturbate.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he had problems
Doesn't
apparently.
he doesn't he have a girlfriend? Look,
Yes, he does.
I realized that, at one point in his life he was a victim of some sexual violence. But I mean, wouldn't that give you more of an appreciation for being sexually violent to someone? Like, I don't know. I mean, maybe it wouldn't. Maybe because in your head it's not as gross of a thing. I don't know. Maybe it's not as bad if you put it into your own perspective. I don't know. But I mean, anything you do to somebody should be with their consent. Like,
Yeah.
it's somebody else's body. Like, you have no right to that body. It's not yours. Even people who are married or in a relationship, you have no right to that body. It's not yours. It's a person. Just because you're
Unless
married
you
doesn't mean that you don't have autonomy.
unless you kind of made that sort of relationship sort of thing.
I mean,
Hello, Chambers and Seats.
Hi.
hey, Sips, what's up?
Sorry about that. I had checked around 8:08 and I didn't see any messages, and so I was editing something. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh. Nearly
No
your
worries.
stomach was happening. And Seat bitch here.
You're
Huh?
roboting again.
Who,
Oh,
me?
good grief. Okay.
No,
I am
not
gonna
you.
I am gonna go ahead and try a bit.
Just Vulcan. It's what he does.
Okay,
So, Sips, what's up? I dragged you out here to listen to me be salty.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. It's greatly appreciated.
Well, I felt like if you weren't in a private hangout with me being salty, you should be in this one with me being salty.
In a public hangout being salty. Yeah.
Yeah.
in the public space.
I mean, so many people think I'm so different from, in private, but he'll tell you I'm a lot more mean in private than I am in public.
Uh-oh.
Are you dirtier in private than?
No, not
I mean,
really,
of course I'm so much dirtier because, typically I get home from work and I haven't had a shower yet.
Okay.
You ruined his hopes and dreams.
I know. Poor Seeps is blue balling. I sent you titties the other day.
No, you didn't.
Nobody else.
Oh, and Chambers to retain any amount of internet innocence after this stream? Oh,
Dude, no, I'm pretty sure you guys are tame compared to a. I've been on the con stream. I've been on the Kumite. Yeah.
I've been on both of
I
those, and I can tell you with an absolute certainty that ain't none of those bitches got anything on me.
Uh-oh.
I
Allie,
am
bring
filthy.
or her.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we could read you "Soap It in the Shower" if you've never heard of pussy farts. Then it is probably high time that you are introduced.
To
Do I need
what
to?
happens?
I need to send you a link again.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have it saved.
How do you not?
I've gotten so much better faster.
This way.
Because what? It's how he's able to keep in contact with me because I'm like, how do you not have this? All right, I'll send it to you. That's how he got me.
Anyway.
You got me with the pussy farts. All right, I send it to you. You sound tired.
Well,
I know. I know that sucked.
You're
Balkan.
what?
Yes. It's fine. Did you get the link, Mr. Man?
yes, I did.
No.
Okay. Do you want to go first, or should I go first? Uh-oh. Did Vulcan refresh? Yeah.
And forgive him in their own time if they choose.
Sorry, Chambers.
Who
you're not
goes
coming
first?
through.
Or
Your volume is very low.
Using to forgive only causes ourselves extended pain.
Learning to let go is and can be one of the most freeing things a heart can do. It's letting go of the control.
I think she's editing a video.
Oh,
Sounds
I'm
like
sorry.
an ultrasound.
I'm sorry if you can hear that.
I thought you were trying to call.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I didn't think you guys can hear that.
It's okay.
Oops.
He was like, you're coming through really, really quiet.
Okay, can you guys hear me just fine now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, that was the audio from the other thing. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
We're super professional, so it's all good.
Super
All right.
professional at not being professional.
Hey, we put on an entire play by ourselves.
We did, yes. We did.
The very
professional.
Why
first
can't I hear
drama
anything
stream.
now?
And probably the last.
So sad. We should do another one now.
Yeah.
We should ruin Broadway for everyone. You and I could do Equus. There's only 2 characters and horse fucking.
Yeah.
I think it worked. I don't think I missed anything. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I'm not putting music to this. Okay. Yay.
Okay. So I think I have to start because you have to... Hold on. Let me count again.
You want me to do it, don't you? The line.
Yeah. It sounds so much better when you say it. You have to go second. I just counted. Double check my math.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's second. If it's not, I'm gonna be really disappointed and feel really stupid.
Hmm.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Do I?
Vulcan's always ready. This one's called Soapin' in the Shower, and it is a work by 8 More. It's our favorite. I was soaping in the shower, my right hand held my wood, the shower curtain opened, and beside me there you stood.
You were naked as a jaybird. These memorable words I heard you say. It's time for you to eat my pussy, or I'm leaving you today.
Needless to say, I was confused. Is there a choice for me? I would love to eat your pussy, and I dropped down to my knee.
Your pussy right there in my face, I spread your lips to see. Your clitoris swollen hard and firm, right there in front of me.
I flicked it with the tip of tongue, sucked it between my lips. You pushed my head with pleasure to shove it deep between your hips.
You spread your legs for access to the chasm hidden there. I sucked it while I plunged my tongue in that hole that has no hair.
My fingers moved to spread the lips. I licked you up and down. I felt those good vibrations. You had come with just one round. I gotta go.
All right, Bo.
Yeah. I'm at work.
Wait.
They just got home, so I gotta go. Finish reading it.
Oh, okay.
Imagine reading that. Imagine they walked into you reading that.
Dude. Okay. What was she babysitting or something?
Yes. The kids have gone to
Oh.
bed. She's bored, and she came on the stream to
Shut up, bitch.
relieve her boredom and to talk shit about Warski, apparently. This poem is something we usually do together just to piss people off.
Or see the reaction. Speaking of which, there's still more to the poem. Make sure you.
I'm not reading. Sorry. No.
I'll just do the rest myself then, if that's the consensus that I should finish it.
Yep. Come on, you gotta finish.
I'll give you a happy ending, Vulcan.
Boy.
It was time for no more eating. It was fucking now I chose. I had a hard dick for you to replace my tongue and nose. I stood and bent you over, and I think you lost your mind when I buried my cock fully in your pussy from behind. The sound of wet balls smacking on your ass with cheeks apart. My cock was moving rapidly, and I heard your pussy fart. The wetness of the shower brought the noise with every stroke. Had both our faces smiling, there was a fart with every poke. The sound was humor to my ears. I heard the poot 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 and cooter as the gas was coming out around my 6-inch semen shooter. We fucked away the gases, finally stroked them out. Sometimes farting in the shower is what wet pussy is all about. When we were all finished, when our coming was all done, we washed away what had escaped. Now I've written of the fun. Ta-da!
What the
Still sure.
crap?
You still sure.
Kumite? I
What?
heard something
Chambers?
about a kumite.
What did you ask?
Chambers, are you still sure we have nothing on the Kumite?
That's stuff that I personally wouldn't read, but yeah, no, I've heard of like some nastier crap. I mean, that was funny, but yeah, no, I've heard, yeah, rather not compare.
I think it's funny. I mean, it's not terribly out there, but it's just amusing. Poot, 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 and cooter.
Yeah. We just like reading that for people and seeing their reactions.
I think the idea was
Been
that
a whole host of people from Rucka Rucka Ali to Base Mama to who else has it been?
what?
I think we did it for Chagrin once, didn't we?
Yeah, definitely. She was quite embarrassed. Hang on.
A small
Did you
thought
mention
we hated her.
you hated?
Rocco, what?
I don't even recall. Rucker mustn't have. I mustn't have seen that one with Rucker.
This was on one of his streams.
Oh.
But yeah,
okay.
we read it to him, and he couldn't keep a straight face through the whole thing.
Oh, excellent.
And he lost it when we got to the poop 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 from the cooter line.
No, that's the best bit.
So, Chambers.
Hmm.
Seen you've been having some sort of fun with a certain someone lately.
Oh, you mean Lily Pete or whatnot? I wouldn't say fun, more of
In
I
interest?
get, well, not really an interest, more of a concern.
Yeah.
Simply because, like, okay, for a while when me and FNGR, for no good reason, we used to bump heads, but I'd still watch his content. And he kept mentioning someone
Yeah.
called Lily Pete. I'm going, okay, who is this? Because I'm starting to see more and more people. And then Just a Robot did a video on
Oh, yeah.
Lily. Yeah, on Lily Pete. I'm going, okay. So I sat down one day and binge watched some of Pete's videos. It's just like, oh, okay, nice. So, and then I caught wind of the Tune Critic.
Tune Critic?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
Tune
a whole
Critic
nother rabbit
drama.
hole.
I didn't dig into it too much. It was more pedo crap, and it's just like, ooh. But I did come across it after another YouTuber, Tune, got his channel falsely flagged. So that was fun.
Do you think those were possibly connected, or?
Oh no, they are. They are. It was confirmed. They were connected
Mm.
because I had my suspicions until I saw one of FNGR's videos, and I went, "Oh crap!" So yeah, no, he was mistaken for Tune Critic when he was someone completely different. But anyway, no. So I've been poking in on Pete every now and then. I came across that video, and Pete is a flaming lefty, and there is no logic, there is no reason, and then but
Here's what I've seen with Lily Pete lately. Like, she's always been like someone who's not had the best reputation in the overall brony community because of her little spat with Josh Scorcher. You know? But I think after the whole
Jeez.
that people were giving her credit for handling the whole Doom Critic situation really well
uh,
from the outset of it.
hey, repeat that. You're roboting. What?
With her so Lily Pete seems to have kind of gotten some sort of ego after the whole Toon Critic thing. Because she was someone who was credit for being the most level-headed person, which I don't agree with on the... She would...
From what I understand, and this is just what I'm hearing kind of get spread around, is that Pete knew about it but didn't say anything at first until it broke.
That wouldn't surprise me. While there's people like
Go ahead.
Vita, who seems to have been calling people like that out in their community for a while.
Like I said, I'm an outsider. The only reason why I'm familiar with any of this is because of FNGR. Like I said, me and FNGR come from the same community, or he hung around the same community I did a few years ago. But so that's how I learned about it, and I'm actually rendering another video now because you guys remember Kraut server, right?
Yes.
Okay, with YouTube scientist. Okay, so I'm getting the impression of the same thing with Lily. in regards to their Discord server. Oh, I have people who are involved in the psychology field, and I have all these sexual abuse victims in my server, and I'm just going like, oh, that smells all kinds of bad. It really does. And because what I wanted, at first I was going to tackle Lily Pete's video, like going after Dr. Wolf, and then I actually sat down and looked at Dr. Wolf's video, and I went like, you know what? Screw this. I'm gonna go dissect this. And here's the thing: what Lily talks about, because I did look this up, is a healthy revenge. There is no such thing as healthy revenge. There is spite.
No.
There's revenge in general, whether it be big or small. So there are psychologists pushing that idea, especially into the heads of abuse victims, and it's just like, well, that explains a lot how Pete acts and behaves. So I went through and I dissected Dr. Wolf's video. I was like, hey, you know what? I'm a sexual abuse victim myself. I have gone through many people who had no idea how to help me. In my opinion, and you'll see in my video, it's rendering right now, that Dr. Wolf didn't mean any harm. Lily jumped.
No, I don't think anyone says Dr. Wolf meant any harm. I just think he didn't have the right idea on how to handle it.
Well, he didn't, and it very much shows. But there's also more to it. You know, if Lily actually sat down, and I say this in my video as well, if Lily actually sat down and explained why his approach was wrong instead of just labeling it with malice. I mean, I'm an outsider and I can go through, look at Lily's response, look at Dr. Wolf's response. Okay, it's like, okay, you were raging way too hard. Whoever counseled you needs to be smacked upside the head because they counseled you wrong.
Well, I've done a little more digging into the whole Toon situation, and it sounds like what people get angry with Wolf's video is the fact that this is something that could have been called out a long time ago, and they kind of sat on it and swept it under the rug. Because that's why people, I think, got mad at Dr. Wolf, is because this is kind of the way into the situation in the first place. It's what I think a lot of people are looking at. Just one moment, Seeps, I'm sorry if you have no knowledge on this. It's just something where...
None whatsoever. I'd just like to say, well, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't have anything to add to this conversation, so I'm just going to go to sleep.
Okay.
So it's chatting with you, but it's time for me to leave.
Okay.
So good night.
Well, have a good night.
Night, you too.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
But anyway, oh no, you're fine. But anyway, as I was saying, because I struggled with years with trying to find the proper people to help me, and the way that Lily talks and handles themselves, she's just like, who counseled you? Who are you trying to help? Because if anything, I'm scared that Pete's damaging them even further. Because with the wrong help, especially with sexual abuse victims, you can deepen their wounds. You can cause them to shut off even more. And so Pete should have sat down and dissected Wolf's response instead of saying, oh, well, you're being malicious. And here's something else, too. Something that I don't think, because I know the brony community, and I'm not trying to be rude, but FNGR has used this term before, cinnamon rolls. They're just too pure for this world, or they're very sensitive. So I don't think...
I think Vita has also said things like that, too.
Yeah, and the impression I get is they're very much emotionally driven instead of logical. So when somebody does get accused of being a predator or something of that nature, there has to be concrete evidence. I mean, the community, you're familiar with the anti-SJW community, skeptic community. Yes. We go and we actually dig for concrete evidence. I don't think these guys actually do it. Now, when there's speculation and there's multiple people coming forward, but there isn't actual concrete evidence, like I said, I'm an outsider observing. Go ahead.
That's the sort of thing that happened with Toon. Is people did come forward with him, and but I had another thought in my head. I just lost it. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Like I said, I'm an outsider. I'm an outsider looking in. I'm looking at Wolf's response. I'm looking at Pete's. Now, as I
Curious question. Did you see the video response Josh Scorcher did a few years back to her?
No, I am not really familiar with Josh Scorcher. I keep hearing about him. I haven't watched any of his content.
Well, if you like, I guess if you are interested in doing anything else with Lily Pete, that's a good video you want to look into.
Well, I'm not trying to get too deep into this. I came across that.
That's what I said when I first heard of her, and then it became inevitable, and she is currently the only person who enjoys a spot of multiple response videos to on this channel.
Well, so the stuff that's coming out about Pete really concerns me. I just subbed to someone the other day. Oh, what is her name? Tricky Jester. I'll have to give you a DM you the link to the video to the channel. They're doing an expose on Pete, and they went deeper than what that kid Douglas did, because he did his own video on Pete too, but he didn't dive nowhere near as much as Jester's doing. And there's some messed up crap that's coming out, and I'm kind of forming my own hypothesis. Go ahead.
You know what? The situation is a lot like the crowd server, where like you look at it initially and you see this one thing, and then after a while, everything else. You know?
Well, see, the thing that I'm worried about, because it already smells like crowd servers, like someone's gonna come out of this, and it's not going to be good when it implodes. It really isn't, especially if what Pete is saying with past sexual abuse victims in there. Oh, that's going to be bad. That's so going to be bad.
Yeah. And here's the thing that makes it different than the skeptic stuff. Unlike them, it seems like they more want to keep their whole community together than what skeptics were when the crowd server came about, you know?
Yeah, well, go ahead.
I watched a video recently by Vita, which I've been mentioning, where he looked at another person who he saw doing wrong with her artwork, like Lightning Blitz. And essentially, the question he was asking is the community going to treat the systems or the cause of all this?
Yeah, and that's true enough. Like I said, I'm an outsider to the whole Toon Critic thing, but, you know, in my opinion, and I don't know Dr. Wolf from what I've seen, just from a video too, he's very quiet. And just
that's
from the video,
what I gathered. He is very nice, and that seems to be what seemed. I don't know. Part of me wonders if sometimes the messages of the show they like to watch spread too much into them.
that could be it too. I mean, what was it? You linked me a video the other day that I forgot that I had watched until I started to skim through it again. One of Pete's videos that had to do with an episode of, Princess Luna creating that, what do you call that? That monster, that shadow monster.
That's essentially a self-harm thing.
Yes. And here's, I don't know. Like I said, I don't go through and dissect the show. I don't do that with any media, but I do pick up on the messages. I would actually have to sit down and watch that particular episode. I don't know. In my opinion, with a lot of things, that Pete jumps the gun on too much stuff. Just from the videos I've seen, the race, the Dr. Wolf, a few others, I don't understand how, and plus the stuff that's come out about Pete and that's still coming out about Pete. I mean, take for example, and this is just rumors that I've read. Actually, no, they're not rumors anymore because there's actually concrete evidence for this stuff. Pete was role-playing his girlfriend or his fake girlfriend, and there are chat logs. Like I said, I will link you the video to watch. Um,
I'm interested, actually.
Actually, let me go dig through my history real quick.
How to do voice meter, then I could try pulling it up and just watch it here.
Because this person, I want to say Tricky Jester, goes through chat logs of Pete's at the time girlfriend, I believe Tamara, something along that name. And it was revealed later that she was fake. But during conversations, because there was a third person involved that was also speaking with this account, Tamira had revealed some pretty messed up stuff. And seeing how the girlfriend was confirmed as fake leads me to believe that these stuff that Pete did, because I did read a while back on Kiwi Farms that when his oops, I'm not touching
Lily?
that anyway. Yes, when Lily was confirmed to have, shall we say, predatory-like characteristics or mannerisms, that there was suddenly a transition in gender. Kiwi Farms notes this, and then the video that I am currently looking for right now delves into those chats. So it just like, okay, the timing's weird, the circumstances around this fake girlfriend are weird. It smells. It really freaking smells. I
Yes,
don't
it
see
does.
And like I said, I know that the brony community is much different. Oh, I'm gonna get so
Than
mad.
what the skeptic.
Yes. Where is it? Oh, here we go. I'll shoot it in the side chat.
Is this the twisted gesture thing?
Yes,
Or
tinfoil jester.
you might as well shoot it to my DMs because I can't promise I'll click on it on the computer.
Okay.
But yeah, Lily Pete is someone I've actually ran into, not like person to person sort of thing, but she is someone I'm actually somewhat familiar with. If you couldn't tell from, you see, my actually threw on the response video Josh Scorcher did to her.
Yeah, and there was someone by the name of Diamond that he threw into this video too when the rumors were speculating how Lily made someone sit there and watch them strip and do the cam girl thing. Just like, what the heck? So
What?
hold on. Sorry, husband in the next room. Anyway. But no, as I was saying, it's just I put the link in your DMs, but it just this whole thing smells bad. It really does. And because the brony community, as far as I've seen, is more driven by their emotions and jumping very quick to conclusions more than rationality and logic, they get themselves into a lot of trouble.
And I think that's sort of the case. And I do wonder if the show they watch does have a hand in this sort of more emotional drive than what the skeptic community was like. Because here's the thing, when the stuff started coming out with the crowd stuff, people jumped on it as fast as possible. You didn't see that with the whole like Toon Critic, yeah, there was videos, but like very few of them went very in depth with the situation. Like that is one of the big differences you can tell from the community. I would be very interested in talking with Aiden Clayton about it and see if she would agree with my consensus that the watch may have a hand in the fact of how they handle their dramas.
Yeah, no, like I said, the go away. The skeptic community, though we've had, or how about let me just put anti-SJW genre has had like our own trouble with scammers and Krauts Discord and things like that. There's a lot of people who go digging like hard to find
Like
this stuff.
Medicare.
Yes, like Medicare or a few others. But it just,
Yeah.
I don't understand how Pete hasn't been pinned to the wall at this point, at least cornered and questioned. And what really scares me is, go ahead.
That's a good question, actually. I do not know. I think that's because there is not a person in the Brony community necessarily like, say, Tonka or that sort of person in the Brony
Yeah.
community. But what?
Yeah, give me 1 sec.
Hey, chat. I'm Master Darkness, and what's your beef?
Sorry, love, I thought I was. Sorry about that. But yeah, like I said, it's just because for what I just there isn't somebody I guess hard-willed in there, or there's too many
And
people
the
wrapped up in the
ones
drama.
that are like really, Vita is a very good person who somewhat something similar, but the thing with him is he's only recently got into subs, so it's not like he necessarily has the reach that Tonka does.
Yeah, and see that's a problem too.
Plus, I think Vita is also more everything surrounding the Toon Critic stuff rather than Lily at the moment.
I don't know. I like I said, I really don't know any of these people. I know Pete due to FNGR's videos. I know FNGR due to the old community I come from. So
what's that community?
Huh?
What was that community that you came from?
Oh, well, it's called the commentary community. I consider it a starter group. Many others doomed. Wow. Others would disagree, but it the first few years on YouTube was rough.
Yeah.
And my artwork wasn't at the level that it is today, so but yeah, I don't know. That server really scares me just from the sounds of it, because I've heard some things about that server, and to me it smelled, and this is just my observations just from the snippets I've gotten, it sounds like to me, because Pete is a past abuse victim themselves and they've got a whole bunch at their disposal or in this one room, I think Pete is taking advantage of them. His behavior, what he talks about, I've heard that if you go outside of certain boundaries, just from what like Diamond said, you get chastised.
Well, yeah. Like, I remember one time she went after this person called Ink Rose, and what she did is told her fans to draw sexual feeling artwork. Her avatar and someone else's in lesbian sort of stuff to drive her off the internet.
Yeah, that what I've noticed a lot with the brony community, and I'm not trying to be rude, but you can just tell is there's an SJW mentality big time. Like, I'll give you an example. Huh?
I know some of them are. I know some of them are also very opposed to feminism, though. It's where because they're not focused on that sort. That's not like a major thing with them. Most of them, anyways. But what you're gonna use, I guess.
Just from the ones that I've hung around, I'm not saying all of them, but FNGR let me into one of his chat rooms. I lasted about in there for 2 days. Everyone was nice. Everyone was pleasant. Got to see some really cool art. Next thing I know, I am removed from the server. No particular reason, nothing why. And then I listened to a recorded call that... Give me 1 sec. Professor, get down.
I'll get in one. Yeah. Give me a second. Focus on what you're doing. You're driving me nuts.
You're driving me nuts. I'm sorry. I have a very stubborn little boy who thinks my counter is his playground while his daddy is trying to make food. But anyway, as I was saying, there was no qualms. There was nothing wrong. Nothing happened. But after listening to a recorded call that FNGR had put on his video, his entire chat room was scared I was going to turn on them, and so they booted me after 2 days. And it's just like, okay. And so I was kind of laughing about it, because it's like, you guys are all scared of me for no reason. And this is during the time where I was still kind of fighting with joy. So it's just like, okay, cool. I wasn't mad, but I was kind of rolling. I'm like, really? Really? I got kicked out because people are scared of me for some unknown reason. I ain't going to do anything.
No. Yeah, that's strange. I didn't hear about that.
So yeah, that's what I talk about, like the SJW mentality, where people are kind of watching my fight go down with Joy and a few others, and instead of looking into it, they're just going to jump the gun. Oh, get her out of here. Okay. FNGR was not kidding when he said cinnamon rolls. So, like I said, I'm not trying to be mean, but it's just like, oh, okay, guys, calm down, chill out.
Yeah, I get that. I don't know. It's a mess in there. That community. It seems like it's like a time bomb that hasn't had a proper spark to light. Like, I thought at first the Toon Critic thing was going to be the thing that did it, but it seems like I don't know, maybe one of the out is going to be the final blow to it.
Yeah, there seems to be, and something I've noticed, because I didn't do this on purpose. I did this because I didn't like the way that Pete came across in a video talking about a cartoon. And it wasn't the cartoon, it was the allegations, it was the attitude, it was the hostility. There is a concentrated or coincidental focus on Pete right now, and I don't know why.
I think that's because she has recently been going after the Josh, because they have their little D&D sort of like things.
Yes,
but
Godly, man.
they are pre.
Go ahead.
Apparently, they happen to have Toon Critic in, and it's either they edit them out or they just upload them with the added disclaimer that he is still in there because they haven't recorded the ones without him yet, or something like that. I think it was.
Yes, from what I understand, Pete is trying to get those D&D sessions flagged because they have Toon Critic in them. This is Pete trying to control and losing their freaking mind when there's a lack of control. And you can tell because Pete keeps getting more and more hostile. And from what I understand, one or two of the sessions did get flagged. And it's just, Dr. Wolf has put up disclaimers, and it's just like, you know what? Those are projects that were well into the works, already recorded, it is up to that channel whether or not they're going to continue to put the works out. People have already stated, and I've talked to FNGR about this too, is that the previous projects that Toon was involved in are going to stay up, but anything further, anything involving a new project community, Toon is long gone. Toon is not going to be a part of anything anymore, and he's been blacklisted. So Pete,
Yes.
like I said, is trying so hard to control the narrative and trying to control the outcome. And Pete's losing their mind because not able to do so.
Yes, that's what it strikes at me.
Yes. So
The kind of person who does want to have control and is running in a brick yard because no one is giving it to her.
yeah, pretty much. And Pete keeps getting more and more hostile, more and more surly. So
She's turning into Destiny. It just occurred to me.
what?
Lily is Destiny at this point.
Huh?
You know, like Destiny, the one Twitch streamer, she seems to be turning into him with the hot.
Yeah, see, if Pete were in the anti-SJW community or even in the skeptic community, dollars to dimes, Pete would be nailed to the wall by now.
Yes, or if she was in the SJW.
What?
Or if she was like more of an SJW type channel, she would have probably. Which is why I actually did it to her, is to try and get more eyes on her. So maybe it starts an avalanche of people calling her out.
You're roboting really bad.
Am I any better?
What?
Am I?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's your connection or what's going on.
Okay. I'm good. Just hold on.
Okay. You go away. There we go. Video's almost done. Yay. Whoa. Okay. So while he is doing that, I'm gonna bring it off to a tangent here, just a smidge. In regards to David Hogg and his little friend, holy cow, you got the girl that hangs around with David Hogg raping up the Constitution. Oh, that is so lovely.
Okay, do I sound any better?
Yes, you sound much better.
Okay, what were you talking about just now?
Oh, I took off a little tangent. You know the girl that's been hanging around David Hogg with the yeah.
I'm familiar with all of it.
There is a picture of her tearing up. I can't remember. I believe it's the Constitution, "We the People," or if it's the preamble. I believe it's the preamble she's tearing up. Either way, she is shown to be tearing up one of our foundational documents or a replica of it. So, yay.
Yeah, that don't look good, does it?
Oh, it's just like this is what Hitler did with Germany, you dumb. Oh my gosh. So, yay, I'm so scared for our youth. Yeah, no, it's the preamble. I was right, preamble. Wow. Youth of America, everybody. We're so screwed.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. But I think we kind of got everything out of Lily P for now, huh?
Well, like I said, I don't want to dive into the individual very much. I'm just commenting one
On our
video
ideas.
on them and then looking at Dr. Wolf's video. That's all I want to do. I don't want to dig into this community because
Just be careful.
no.
It can be like a little rabbit hole where if you do start doing a little digging, it might end up being impossible to get out.
Yeah, no, I know when to get out. I know when to back away. I've learned. I just know. You shut up. My husband's trying to sass me.
She does not know where the back go. It's not important.
Just be careful.
Do you stick your face in the fire a few more times?
Shut up, asshole. I like it.
Calling you on your bullshit, dude.
Mm-hmm. That smells really good. I haven't eaten yet. Shut up. But yeah, I don't know.
You shut up.
There's no community.
You can't have one.
Shut up. Don't make me steal yours.
You can't have any.
Uh-huh.
Nope. I'll take them out of the freezer.
No, mean. You're so mean.
I don't know. Tell who to shut up now.
But no, I mean every community has their issues, but yeah, this one's on a ticking time bomb, and it's not going to be good when this thing implodes. That server, like I said, it has Kraut Replica 2.0 written all over it.
Yeah. Like I said, it seems to be the Ronin community has turned into a time bomb that hasn't had its fuse lit yet.
It's not so much that it hasn't had its fuse lit. It's more like the wick getting cut shorter and shorter every time it's lit, and the next, short wick. Next time it gets lit, it's not going to get fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna get fun.
But anyway.
Shut up. It's been a long day. Shut up.
So other than the whole Lily's Pete stuff, what else have you been up to?
Meow.
I'm just doing a bit more videos here and there. After this one, I think I'm gonna back off a little bit and kind of go back to my own corner. Trying to balance some things all at the same time, and then my schedule's getting ready to change, so
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not doing much in the video thing anymore because I kind of lost interest as of late.
Yeah, I've been nervous to do content because people have been getting flagged left and right, and even their private videos struck. So it's just like I don't know if I want to make videos, but I mean I did. I'm actually kind of surprised because I did a custom thumbnail for my internet blood sports video. Like I did that. I went and customly made the YouTube button and all that. I'm surprised that hasn't gotten yet. I mean I've seen many thumbnails that take the YouTube button and destroy it or whatnot. So I don't know. I know that particular people are getting targeted, like Sinatra just lost his monetization on his
streaming flip.
Yeah, get him down. And so he made another channel.
I've gotten him down 4 times.
Hold on. Sorry about that. Very spoiled children. Professor, get over here. Meow. Yeah, I know. So mean. But yeah. A lot of people are losing their monetization. Suit didn't get his channel back. Toon didn't get his channel back.
Yeah.
Night Blue quit league.
It doesn't have anything to do with what we're talking about.
Night Blue quit league.
Shut up. He watches League of Legends, Let's Players, and one of the top ones just quit.
Night Blue.
Oh. Yeah.
So
Okay, there's something. Did you hear about what happened with Channel Awesome as of recent?
shut up. Sorry about that. No, I didn't. Why? What happened?
Apparently, some of the people who work for them, because Channel Awesome is the stuff like
Yeah, that guy with the
you know
glasses. Yeah, no, I'm familiar.
Nostalgia Critic. Well, apparently, some of the people who work for them have come out and said that the business is shit, essentially.
Well, Mr. Medicare has dug into that. He actually did an entire series on that. So yeah, it hasn't really had any good standing business-wise with internal problems. Like I said, Mr. Medicare did a whole series. I didn't watch all the videos, but it's just like, holy crap. Especially the stuff with Spoonie. Spoonie went crazy.
One moment. There's one moment. There's a bunch of tweets that were posted in relation to it. I'm looking for them right now.
Let me see. I'm gonna try looking at the
Yeah,
hashtag. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'd look under the hashtag and then I'd type the handle into the thing because people will tweet at the channel.
Well, from what it sounds like, it doesn't sound like they said much in relation to everything that's been said.
Let's see, Sweet Blade. Who is that? Yeah,
What?
I know that they just. Oh, I'm looking at the tweets in regards to what's going on. I know that they just hired someone on 1 or 2 years ago for their comic book section.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it looks like somebody just resigned.
I mean, I haven't done a lot of digging, but I've saw a few like things in relation to that.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if Mr. Medicare has caught wind of this, like at all. Jeez. Oh,
I don't.
Go ahead.
Well, from the sounds of it, it seems like he's more focused on these MRA things than anything else right now.
Oh yeah, what was it? I was talking to someone. I was talking to some people the other day that they had waited for him to do a video on their community, and because he got caught up with the Kumite stuff, and now he's gonna go after the MRAs because of honey badgers. Oh man.
Oh, there are so many things that I bet people would love Medicare to look into.
Well, like FNGR tried to get Medicare to look into the Toon Critic stuff, but he was, like I said, caught up with the Kumite. He started hanging around the Kumite more because before he became, I wouldn't consider him like a regular and a favorite.
Yeah.
He started to kind of like float around it, and he started to hint at the video on the CC, and then when he started to come more into the show, that video just like freaking disappeared altogether, and then the Kraut stuff blew up with Kilroy, and it's just like, yep, that video is never gonna happen. Oh man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like the Toon Critic stuff might be something he'd have fun looking into. I actually sent one of the videos Vita did on it to Tonka in this seeing if he would actually play it for everyone, but it seems like that got distracted. But there was that. But yeah, dude, Medicare could have a lot of fun with various things. It just seems like he does whatever the heck he wants.
Yeah. So I've already watched the first video about the honey badgers. They had over 5 to 7 different GoFundMe's. I mean, I don't know if some of them are running at the same time, but holy crap.
Yeah. Like, there was a time when I wanted to make like a joking why I'm not a men's rights activist video just to make a like parody thing of all the why I'm not a feminist videos people do.
Yeah.
And that's still something I'm considering. It's just like if I'm doing like a sort of parody thing, it's something where I'm should like have a bit of joke to me, but there's not much I can really joke with the matter. Like I've made it sort of clear on various streams and stuff why I have an issue with men's rights activists and why I don't call myself one. From how black and white they make certain issues out to be, to how I don't see them, like if they get their way, I'm not sure if they're going to push it so far where we're back to the scenario where we need feminism again.
Oh, no, dude, you're thinking MGTOW. MGTOW.
Yeah. Well, you're telling. Well, are MGTOW essentially like the more extreme form of the men's rights activists?
No. MGTOW is completely different. Now, from what I understand of MGTOW, because that breaks down into sub-branches, the traditional MGTOWs want to be left alone. They want to be left alone to do their own thing. They don't care for relationships with women. A lot of them came out of a bad relationship. Traditional ones, I know are traditional MGTOW. I actually know 2 of them. They just want to be left alone. They want to live life, not get involved with women romantic-wise. That's it. They don't disrespect women. I'm never treated like crap by them. They don't trash talk women. They just want to be left alone. Romantically speaking. When it comes to the extremes or what I call the man children, you're thinking incels. And these guys don't want to touch women, from what I understand. They were constantly trash talk women. They will go as an extreme to talk about like domestic violence. Like, I'm not kidding. You go into the comment section of turd fleeing monkeys videos, dude, there's some really not okay stuff in there. And then these are the same guys that are convinced that sex robots are going to replace women. I'm not bullshitting you. Go watch Turd Flinging Monkey, some of these other files. They're psychotic.
Yeah. But, okay, maybe I am thinking of the men MGTOW with the whole pushing things too far, but I still do think that men's rights activists do sometimes make issues too black and white.
Well, like, what's one issue?
I would say one that comes to mind is false rape accusations, because they seem to focus more on the cases where the woman maliciously does it over like cases where it may not have been out of maliciousness, but an accident sort of scenario.
You're gonna have to explain that to me. How do you accidentally accuse someone of rape?
Well, you accuse the wrong person.
Accuse the wrong...
Like, say you get raped, but you accuse the wrong person.
Oh, I have not come across a scenario like that before. So...
Those apparently do happen, though.
Oh,
It's just that you gotta, like, really know what to type into Google to actually find them. But it seems to be just something that happens, like, someone gets raped and either, she accuses the wrong person, or it's a case that the police simply find the wrong person. But those are, like, scenarios that men's rights activists don't seem to discuss enough, in my point of view.
Yeah, with the false rape stuff, it can swing both ways. Yes, there's legitimate victims, and then at the same time, because these are documented cases, there are false rape
The
victims.
malicious one?
Yes. And it's a very, very touchy subject. Like, oh.
I mean, I just have my things with, like, attaching the label men's right activist with me, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah. Huh.
Need some food.
One moment, I'm asking something to someone.
Okay.
But so anyways, what else has happened? Let's see, I don't know, I guess I had, like, stuff I had in mind that I knew was probably going to be a conversation topic. But now I've kind of run out of those. I'm not sure where to go from here.
Oh, you're fine. It's your call. You can either, I don't know if you stream often, you can either end the stream or you can, I mean, I don't stream on my own channel due to my internet, so.
Okay. That makes sense. Well, you know what? I think we've kind of gotten everything, like, talked out.
Okay.
Well, thank you for jumping on.
You're welcome. Sorry again that I was late. Like I said, I did check it a little after 8 o'clock and I didn't see anything, so I went back to at 8:80. My bad.
Well, you have fun doing whatever.
Yep.
And to everyone in the chat. Oh, one moment. Let me see if anything happened in the chat. No, it seems like your hello is the last thing on my thing.
Yeah.
But anyways, thank you all for watching. Have a nice day and watch out for those bronies.